morning. I'd like to acknowledge the esteemed government leaders that are in the audience today, and also my esteemed colleagues and very much more polished speakers up here on the dais with me. It's good to be here. I also want to thank the Economic Times for establishing such a energetic forum for us to discuss many of the challenges to India's energy transition. I would argue that India is actually transitioning. It's not a thing that's about to happen, it's a thing that has been happening. I began traveling to India about 20 years ago in the early days of the solar industry. And in those days, as we traveled around India, brownouts and blackouts were unfortunately somewhat common. And we could tell when they were happening when we were in our comfortable hotels because the buildings would start to shake. We could feel the backup diesel generators kicking on. When I was preparing my remarks for you today, I realized I haven't actually experienced that in 7 or 8 years. And there's a reason why. So you can see, it should be up on the screen, a series of data points that confirm the investments and the effectiveness of the investments that India has been making in its energy sector and the impact that those are having in terms of improving access to quality power. I believe that shows the creativity, the resilience, and the determination of the Indian government and the Indian people to provide access, to remove one of the hurdles to improving quality of life for the people here in this country. Many countries are beginning to address the transmission and distribution grid constraints that stand in the way of their ambitions. India is setting a great example for them, and I applaud the Power Ministry, the regulatory authorities, and the utilities for the progress that is actually being made today, significant progress. My colleagues and I are inspired by India's accomplishments and its ambitions. We're committed to being a great partner in this important work to expand access to electricity and decarbonize the grid. For more than a decade, my company and our Indian partners have worked closely with utilities to reconductor their existing routes to build new transmission lines using high-performance conductor all across India. We have projects completed and underway and moving power today in 22 states and counting. These projects have added substantial capacity to the grid, removed many bottlenecks from the grid, and dramatically lowered losses on the grid. I would say that's transition actually underway. Reconductoring with high-performance conductors on existing towers and rights-of-way is the fastest, cheapest solution for adding grid capacity. These projects often achieve twice the increase in power capacity and defer the need to build new lines. They also move power with dramatically lower line losses, and this serves and underscores the World Bank's perspective that energy efficiency is the largest untapped source of energy. High-performance conductors are important to accomplishing India's ambitious energy transition. For this reason, today, I'm very excited to announce that CTC Global is building a composite core production facility along with a full-scale test facility in Pune, Maharashtra. This facility will use state-of-the-art materials and production techniques to produce CTC Global's ACCC Core and ACCC InfoCore products, and will be online later this year. By producing carbon composite core in India and supplying it to our partners for their further production of high-performance conductors, we expect to improve support levels and to meet the challenge of the opportunity of Make in India. So I want to encourage the policymakers and the utilities to continue to prefer the performance, environmental, and economic advantages of high-performance conductors, now with a Make in India stamp. Thank you very much for your kind attention.